Before we begin, I need you to sit with a question that most people never actually stop to answer. Not the Sunday school version. Not the version you recite without thinking. The real question. If you had to look God in the face and explain to him why you were worth what it cost him to save you, what would you say? Most of us go silent. Because somewhere deep down we have done the math. We have counted our failures. We have remembered the things we are not proud of. The weight of who we actually are behind closed doors when nobody is watching. And the number we arrive at is never high enough to justify what happened on that hill. But here's what nobody tells you: God did the math too. And he arrived at a completely different answer. Today we are going into the ancient text. We are going into the courtrooms of heaven. We are going into the moment before time began, when a decision was made about you that you had absolutely no say in. Because the sacrifice was not an accident. It was not a last resort. It was not plan B. It was a calculated, deliberate, eternal decision made by a God who looked at everything you would ever do. Every failure, every betrayal, every moment of doubt, and said, still worth it. Stay with me. To understand why you were worth the sacrifice, we have to go back further than the cross. Further than Bethlehem. Revelation 13 verse 8 speaks of the Lamb who was slain before the foundation of the world. Before God said, "Let there be light," and before the first Adam existed, a sacrifice was already decided. The cross was not a reaction. It was a blueprint. God sat down before creation, and he counted the cost. He saw every generation that would turn away. He saw your name. He saw your worst day. And he still picked up the blueprint and said, "Begin." The Apostle Paul tells us, he chose us in him before the foundation of the world. Your redemption was not an afterthought. You were the thought before everything else existed. The infinite God made himself smaller to make room for you. Not because he had to. Because he wanted to. The cosmos is a product of the decision to have you. In the Garden of Gethsemane the night before the cross, something happened. He fell on his face. He asked if there was another way. This was the full weight of what you cost being felt in a human body. The cross was not just nails and wood. It was the accumulated weight of every sin, every shame. Crucifixion was designed to humiliate, to strip every layer of dignity. And he chose it. He did not die because the cross killed him. He released himself when he decided the price was paid. At the moment of his greatest pain, his first instinct was your defense. Father, forgive them. It was never about what you deserved. It was always about what he decided. 3 days passed. Then death encountered someone it had no authority over. You cannot keep in a tomb what the tomb has no legal claim over. For the joy set before him, he endured the cross. What was the joy you were? Your name. Your face. Your future. That was the joy he fixed his eyes on. Like a man who sells everything to buy the field with the treasure buried in it. The treasure was always you. I believe he would say to you, I counted the cost. I saw everything. And I would do it again. The cross was not God's greatest tragedy. It was his greatest declaration. Chosen, before the foundation of the world, still worth it, still worth it, still worth